here, Caradwin. Come here, baby. Over here, look. You can just sit on the back of the couch. Come on. That's a good girl. Come on. There you go. Yeah. Hi, everybody. Today we're doing the Book of Mirrors, Part 2. If you missed Part 1, I'll put a link to it up here. There's also a link in the description. And please go back and do Part 1 before you continue to watch Part 2. If you don't do Part 1 first, if you see the information about Part 2, that may ruin Part 1 for you. So please take my advice and do Part 1 first. I'll wait. Randy, what time is it?
1:30.
Thank you. Yes, you pretty girl. Yes, you are. Yeah. Ready? Okay. So part 2 of the Book of Mirrors exercise is, now just as a recap for part 1, in part 1, you listed all the negative traits that you could think of about yourself and put the elements associated with those negative traits next to them. So if you wrote down laziness as a negative trait, then you might put the element of earth next to that. So you hopefully made a good list of all your negative traits. And now you have to make a list of all your positive traits. You have to have at least one positive trait for every negative trait. You can have more positive traits than negative traits. You can't erase any negative traits to make it easier to come up with the positive traits. And now you know why you have to do part 1 first. Because if you know you're going to have to list positive traits for every negative traits, it might be easier to kind of give up or skip over some of those negative traits because you're afraid you can't think of enough positive traits. But I believe in you. I know you can do it. So you have to list at least one positive trait for every negative trait. Feel free to add more. And of course, put the element next to them so that you have kind of an elemental picture of yourself. And then we'll kind of go over what it means and what the exercise was all about in part 3. But those are really the important parts. And it's so easy for us to see only the negative in ourselves. So it's important to be able to see the positive in yourself too. Yes, Mabon, I'm holding hands with you. Yes. You want to come up here? You just want to play with my hand? And of course the lights and camera tripods. Yeah, of course he does. It's important as a witch that you know yourself. That's pretty much the basic first step in witchcraft. Mabon, you can't eat the tripod. The tripod's not for eating. Thank you. So that's why you start with this list. First the negative, then the positive. And just a reminder, this list isn't something that you're supposed to show to anybody else or share with anybody else. This is just for you because at some point, somebody might on purpose or accidentally use it against you. And it can feel restraining if you think you might be sharing it with somebody. You might not be completely honest. So just as a reminder, not even the good points, you're not sharing this with anybody. This is just for you. You don't tell me about it. You don't tell anybody else. Alrighty. Thank you and see you next time. Blessed be. Just a reminder, all cats are beautiful.